All right, so it's Sunday. It's like dinner time already. I was really exhausted when I woke up today, so I decided to work for a living, and now I'm up on the roof. It rained last night after I quit, which was very upsetting to me. I gotta check my drops to see if they got wet or if the wind was blowing in the damp. But it was baking out in the sun all day. So what this tub is for is a place to store stuff and keep everything dry. So what my plan is I'm gonna take the wheels off of my one vac and come up here and clean because I'm unhappy with this. Then I'm gonna transfer everything into 2 tubs so I can keep it up on here so that when I'm able to work I can just get started quickly. Got a lot of fanfare instead of it being a big production. Yeah, it's a bummer. I also am going to do a little bit of equipment maintenance. And yesterday's video, see that alligatoring? That's this, but hidden behind the chimney, because I guess the chimney is newer than the house at large. And you can see the insul brick here. It was green. Yuck. Green with white fleck. So the reason why I was able to scrape across the grain instead of with the grain is because this is this, and the paint ultimately wasn't sticking to the siding. It was sticking to the old white paint, which was completely alligatored and not really sticking at all. So once I got a foothold, I could pull across the grain and it would just give it up. You could see that in the earlier time lapse from this video. So, and you could see the ochre. The ochre bit in pretty well, but I think the ochre is probably older than I am. In fact, I think the insul brick is. That ochre could be like from the Great Depression for all I know. Pretty old, I think. Or no, get it backwards. White, insul brick, ochre, yellow, me. And then the same color, but you know, after prep, I got the formula from the paint store and I liked the color, so I wanted to stick with it. So anyways, this is where we are. And I don't think I'm going to do any sanding today. My plan is I might have to meet a couple customers, but if that falls through, say hi to Patrick. Hi, cutie. Hi, boo-boo. It's Patrick. We found him on St. Patrick's Day. So my girlfriend said, what should I do? I said, bring him home and we'll name him Patrick. And that was that. It was a stray kitten. So I'm going to put a vacuum bag for HEPA dust, drywall dust, to hook up to the orbital. I'm going to take care of that, take wheels off the other sander, clean up the roof, and just get ready for tomorrow. Sometimes that's all you can do, and I can use the rest. So there's another neighbor dog there. So we'll be back. So really this part of the video is going to be short, and then you'll see more action tomorrow. Alright, so off camera, I just peeled this paint like a 3-year-old off of right here. This is probably cedar. And if you look at the paint film, it has wood grain that fell off along with it. It's essentially delaminated. And that kind of stuff happens when you don't do the right kind of prep. So that's ultimately the whole point of all this, is that I don't want my daughter or her kids, if they inherit the house, to have to deal with something like this. So now all this gray came, in case you haven't seen previous episodes, back in 2021 I power washed it, but then I got busy again and I never got to doing anything else until a few years later. So that's why it was bare, and then it was able to weather and get very bad, especially on the west face. On the front of the house, it has mold. The mold's just eating the wood up, you know, very slowly, but it's eating it, and I have to buzz all that off and lock it down to a smooth surface before I can go and prime and paint it. So yeah, This pipe's gonna get replaced. I have to find it though. It's not the easiest stuff to find at the big boxes. I'm probably gonna have to special order it. I got the wrong kind. It has some indentations on it, and that's a different style from, I think Sears houses had it, and it's like a repop of it, but reproduction. But anyways, yeah, it's lots of little things like that. It sure looks terrible. It'll look great soon, but you know, soon is not now. All right, so I took the wheels off the vac. I'm using the ladder pivot to keep it on the roof, and I'm gonna start vacuuming up. So 99% of what's on here was on here before the other day. So lots of old paint drips, which aren't from me. The ochre. So this roof's actually a little older than I thought it was, because I've had this house for 8 years and it was painted the same. Yeah, well, it's that colors. I haven't repainted it yet. Same colors I'm using, but so this ochre dates back to, it's probably at least 25 years old based on the pictures I have. So yeah, this was an early adopter of the architectural shingles. So anyways, I got to get this vac off and get it emptied for tomorrow, and tomorrow I'll be doing some actual paint removal, but I also have to pluck nails and attach the siding where it's loose, pound down cut nails, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, because the problem is it tears through the abrasives. So you really should do it first, and then I'll get back to burning. And so I'm gonna have everything sort of bivouacked here on the roof, and should theoretically make things easier.